Hi, it's Mark Wallengren from the Mark and Kristen Show on KOST 103. I am in absolutely my favorite store on the planet. Notice my wife is not here? No, she's not allowed. She's not into home fixing up and those little things. Oh, she's into it when she says to me, hey, I need this fixed. Where do I go? I have a local hardware store, North Hollywood Hardware. They are up against the big box businesses. Nothing against them, but many times I just want some service, I want some help, and I want it quickly, and I don't want to travel too far. It's very important with these cash mobs that we all recognize that there are local businesses that are struggling against these big guys, and you know what? Make sure you stop in, you say thanks for being here, and you pick something up. A, you're going to get great advice from, at least I have for more than 10 years here at North Hollywood Hardware, and you're going to meet some great people, even in your own neighborhood, that maybe are working on something. Anyway, I just love being here. Now let's talk to a few people about what it means for these cash mobs and local businesses. And let's start with the owner of North Hollywood Hardware. Tell us a little bit of, as a small business owner, what the struggles are in a hardware store when you have got the biggest of the big boxes going at you.
Yeah, well, no, it's just a struggle just keeping up with all the new products and all the changes with the cities and the counties and the federal government, with all the new regulations of new light bulbs and new plumbing parts.
People don't
So,
realize that
and
really,
you
as small
have to-
businessmen, you're trying to deal with
Yes.
that all the time
And
too.
there's so many regulations, so you have to take products off to get discontinued, or and get new products in. So and you got to constantly check your shelves and make sure everything's
Right.
up to date with all those specific things.
You've got to have a big enough supply that pretty much you can handle any small job that somebody's coming in to get.
Right. We try to get. You come to this kind of a store, a hardware store, to do repairs. A lot of the big stores, they want you to replace all your specific items.
Right.
So they're not going to they want
That's
you to
right.
buy a new faucet. They want you to buy something new. So
How many times has that happened to you that you've gone in and you want to buy a new sink and all of a sudden you got to buy the cabinet too, you got to buy the faucet?
Yeah,
You're right.
No, so we're here to help people repair.
What does a cash mob mean to you when it comes to locally here?
Well, it helps bring people in who've never been here, and they lived in the community for years. And I've had different. Just even today, they just lived down. They said they'd never been here before, and they've been in the area, and we've been in the area for over 40 years, and they've never been here. And we even have a stoplight on a street called Carpenter. I mean, you can't be any more straightforward than that.
It's a great place for a hardware store.
On Carpenter, on a stoplight.
Yeah.
So. It's wonderful that we can get the community involved, even Habitat for Humanity involved,
Yes.
and that helps also them knowing us and we knowing them.
This is about not only supporting a small business, but also supporting one of the greatest causes, I think, which is everybody deserves a decent place to live.
Definitely.
Tell me right now in the San Fernando Valley and Santa Clarita Valley, what kind of projects Habitat for Humanity is working on?
Right now we're working on our Habitat for Heroes campaign, which is actually we're going to be building 12 homes in Sylmar for veterans and their families. We will also be building 84 to 86 homes in Santa Clarita for veterans.
And I'm wondering, this is, if people aren't familiar with Habitat for Humanity, this is really a lot of sweat equity. It's people that qualify, that you select, and then the volunteers for Habitat for Humanity, that literally it's like an old-fashioned barn raising, right?
Right, yes. So they are selected, they come to us and they apply, they go get credit checks and all that, have a background check, and then they have to do 500 hours of sweat equity. They pay a mortgage on their house, which is no more than 35% of their monthly income, and then the volunteers come together and they help them build their home and the families build alongside them.
What are the type of things that Habitat for Humanity needs when it comes to like people wanting to donate?
Of course, tools and stuff like that is great. We also have a restore where you can donate tools, building supplies, and furniture, and the money that we make from selling those products actually go back into building our houses. That's in Chatsworth. We also, of course, monetary donations and your time. You're welcome to come out and help volunteer by building. We have fundraisers in the local schools. We have youth groups. Church groups, all sorts of things.
And quickly, website to reach out to you.
We are at www.humanityca.org.
ca.org. Remember that. Sarah, thank you very much. And I'm
Thank
so
you very
glad
much.
you're here, and
Thank you.
people are coming into North Hollywood Hardware and buying hammers, supporting a local business, and then dropping them off in the Habitat for Humanity box. There's also a list online of what you need, but obviously cash helps too, and you'll feel better about yourself. And grab a hammer and volunteer some time too with Habitat for Humanity.
Yes, thank you
Sarah.
very much. Thank you.